ABC Sport, and the PGA Tour proudly present the 1992 Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship. Welcome to Northern Idaho and the Coeur d'Alene Resort, one of America's finest new resort golf courses, featuring the only floating movable green in the world. This impeccably groomed golf course, nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains by the shores of Lake Coeur d'Alene, opened in 1991 and is part of a spectacular new hotel and resort complex only an hour's drive from Spokane, Washington. Clear water and a sweeping vista greet the eye on a golf course that just 2 years ago was an abandoned sawmill littered with trash. The piece of land in this photograph, taken 3 years ago, has been transformed into the second hole of the golf course that enhances the natural beauty of the site. And so, on a glorious fall day, in the shadows of the Rocky Mountains, 10 of the PGA Tour's best have come to challenge this wonderful new golf course and its truly unique signature hole. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 1992 Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship from the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course in northern Idaho. Now, the word Coeur d'Alene is familiar with all you people who play crossword puzzles. Coeur dash, and we all fill in a lane. I always thought from my high school French that it meant the heart of Elaine, whoever Elaine was. But it turns out that Elaine in French means owl, not the bird, but the tool, A-W-L. And when the French came here to trade with the Pacific Northwest Indians, they found them to be the hardest and sharpest traders in the world. And they called them the people with the heart of an owl. Voila, Coeur d'Alene. At any rate, we have here 10 of the sharpest and hardest golfers in the world, and to tell you a little bit about them and this competition, Mark Rolfing, my colleague from ABC. Mark?
Well, thank you, Jack. This is one of the great events on the PGA Tour. It's a fun event. The players enjoy it. Obviously, they're playing for a lot of money, but still you're going to see needling, you're going to see chatter. It really is going to be a fun afternoon here in the northern Idaho sun. The format is unique. I like to think of it as 9 individual one-hole tournaments. We started with 10 players on the first tee. 1 player gets eliminated on each hole. How does it work? It's very simple. The player who makes the highest score on each hole is eliminated. If there happens to be a tie, the players go to a designated area for a shootout. It might be a long chip shot, a bunker shot, or maybe even a long putt. The player whose ball comes to rest furthest from the hole, well, he can go home.
All right, thank you very much, Ed, and we'll be back with the Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship here from Coeur d'Alene in just a moment. Most of the large gallery arrived by boat, as most people do in this lake resort. The weather was just absolutely perfect.
10 times 10.
10 bangers.
10 on 10.
A lot of fun here on the first tee. A lot of joking.
All teed up. 10 guys.
You know, you've probably upset all the critics now. You know that.
I hope I did.
Well, I know you did. You really upset the apple orchard.
Good. They'll find something to write, though. Yeah.
Nah, it'll all be good stuff now. I mean, you're over the hill. You proved that you can win again. I had faith in you.
Did you? All that good advice Fuzzy gives me. You know?
Told you stay out late at night, don't get too much sleep. You know, makes you groggy when you sleep too much.
The current issue of Golf Digest rates Coeur d'Alene the most beautiful resort course in America. And Condé Nast Traveler magazine gave the Coeur d'Alene perfect ratings for service, location, and atmosphere, selecting it America's top mainland resort. Now's the time for you to discover the four-season beauty and world-class hospitality at Idaho's Coeur d'Alene Resort, one of America's truly great golf and ski destinations. For information and a free brochure, call 1-800-688-5253.
Welcome back to the shores of Coeur d'Alene for the Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship. Now down to 8 players. All right, Fuzzy, from 8 now, we are down to 7 players. Boats in all shapes and sizes are a familiar sight on Lake Coeur d'Alene. The most elegant are the 30-foot water taxis, handcrafted right here in Coeur d'Alene, that transport golfers from the hotel to the golf course. Jeff Sluman, Craig Stadler, and the rest of the tour stars enjoyed the 5-minute trip this morning. We are back at the beautiful Coeur d'Alene Resort. You're looking at the tower and the marina here, about 5 minutes from the golf course by boat. And most people travel by boat here. Well, headquarters at the Coeur d'Alene Resort is the 18-story lakefront tower and marina. The resort is open year-round and offers a wide range of recreational activities, including skiing at nearby Silver Mountain. Most of the 338 rooms have a view of the lake, but the penthouse suite offers its own glass-bottom swimming pool and the best view in all of Coeur d'Alene. We are back at the Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship from Coeur d'Alene, and we have reached the signature hole here at this beautiful resort course. Number 4, par 3. Hello, Mr. Stadler.
Just big enough, huh?
Look out, Greg. You're going to get all tied up there. All right.
Nice to see him smiling again.
Billy, what are you hitting?
Billy Andrade showing you a 6-iron here. Players actually got a little bit of a feel for how this 4th hole played yesterday. There was a closest to the pin contest. Billy Andrade hit it closest to the pin and walked away with $5,000.
Good job.
That's a good shot. That's a little left in the hole. It's our leader,
That was yesterday, now today. Billy with a 6-iron. Practically no wind at all right now. Very calm conditions, beautiful day.
Hey, Billy. Billy likes it so. Yeah, I really like it. Over.
Just off the back, but safe and dry.
This front pin placement, one of the tougher pins here at number 4. John Daly with an 8-iron.
Oh, right over the stick. Beautiful.
Didn't see many soft ones come out of his bag. Are you, John? What's a soft one look like?
Lee Janzen with a 6-iron like Billy Andrade. Took a little bit off it. Good looking shot there.
Keys in there somewhere if you want to use it.
I think these shootouts present a little bit of a different problem for the players in terms of the order they play in, Jack. A lot of times you like to stand up there and hit first in a match play situation, but we saw Billy Andrade hit it long, and I think the advantage in a shootout is for the players who actually hit last.
And he'll have a long putt. Just about pin high, John Cook.
What a year he's had.
Good swing. Oh, excuse me there, Stats. Yeah,
Long.
You got to see them all.
Dry.
Sluman safely on. Janzen and Daly closest to the hole there.
Craig Stadler with his 2nd shot at this 4th green today. He actually played one from the driving range this morning. The crowd loved it.
right is
Look at that head cover. Chip Beck. Very methodical player. Sort of goes along, goes about his business. Very tough in these competitions.
All players then safely across the water here at this most remarkable golf hole. One of the most talked about in the United States these days. So let's tell you a little bit about it. It's the signature hole, of course, at Coeur d'Alene. It's the world's first floating movable green. Approximately 15,000 square feet in total area, about half of which is actual putting surface. The structure is 10 feet tall with most of that underwater, and it weighs in excess of 5 million pounds. An engineering marvel, the green cost well over $1 million and took nearly 18 months to complete. The skeleton of the structure is comprised of 104 huge concrete blocks filled with buoyant foam and covered with 18 inches of topsoil, which nurtures the carpet-like bent grass putting surface. To make the green environmentally self-contained, all nutrients, whether from the irrigation system or from rainfall, are captured by an elaborate drainage system housed under the putting surface. They are then fed into two 1,500-gallon storage tanks and then pumped back to shore and into the resort's main septic system. As if that weren't enough, the designers were told to make the green movable. Every day, an operator punches the desired yardage into a computer, which controls a winch and pulley system tied to 4 1-inch steel cables anchored in the lake bottom. The hole can play as much as 267 yards or as little as 100. Usually, it's in the 125 to 175 yard range. Of course, no floating green would be complete without a boat to get the players out and back. And here at Coeur d'Alene, the good ship putter does the job. Now, as our 7 players safely across the water approach this remarkable engineering feat, and certainly one of the more unique putting greens in all of golf.
Well, it really is, Jack. You know, the developer here, Dwayne Hagedorn, really is a visionary. I'm the first to admit, when I heard they were going to build a floating green here 3 or 4 years ago, I thought it was going to be a gimmick. But let me tell you, this is a great golf hole. And I really think, you know, it is a beautiful hole, but it plays well, too. The green is well designed. It receives shots well.
Oh, John Cook now. Wide to the right, but just about pin high.
Got to be a little careful here. Not an easy putt. It's going to break to John's left.
Oh, that slowed down for him, didn't it?
That was a good effort there.
Yeah. Here's some of the boating action. This is a boater's paradise up here, as you well imagine. Fishermen and golfers.
People in the boats behind the green actually have as good a view as the gallery that are back on the tee.
Oh, Craig Stadler, what a lovely putt.
Again, I think having watched John Cook's putt, he was able to see the line and judge the speed a little better.
Oh, he's safe. Now, Billy Andrade, who went first, remember, put it just off the back.
Chip shot down the hill, back toward the water here.
Good, you good. You good there, Billy.
Good speed. He just pulled it a hair.
Oh, I thought it was
Again, with everybody safely over the water here, it looks like par will probably shoot out. Sluman's putting from the same position that Craig Stadler and John Cook did a moment ago. He'll have a good look at the line.
Oh, hello. I guess he did have a good look at the line.
Well, he knew that one was in about 10 feet short of the hole, I think.
Oh, welcome. It's a good club, Tim.
You know, if you're playing this golf course and you hit the green here at this hole, you've made your day, haven't you?
Absolutely. I'll tell you one thing I like about the hole, Jack, is the boat has a plexiglass cover around it, and you would think maybe play would slow up with a floating green like that. It's not the case at all.
All right, Chip Beck, look at this.
The plexiglass allows the players that are on the tee to go ahead and play away when the group is headed back toward the tee.
Another form of water transportation here. Lee Janzen.
You really want to try and make a birdie if you can to avoid a shootout here. Jeff Sluman in with a birdie too. He's the only one so far.
And John Daly, who was closest to the hole on his tee shot.
Little 170-yard 8-iron for John.
Same thing, Lee.
Ooh.
You know, you heard him say same thing, Lee. Lee Janzen before him missed it on the left-hand side. So did John Daly.
No lagging or anything.
This is the only player now that really still needs to save par to get in the shootout.
Nice one,
So we'll shoot out. Everybody but Jeff Sluman. There is a marvelous shot of this hole. It will be from the back left.
And going on to the next tee, that's what it's all about.
There's Agadon, whose idea the floating green was.
What a job he's done with this resort, Jack.
Magnificent. John Cook.
Great touch.
Get on out of here.
My goodness, he put it in the hole. That can't get much closer than that, can you?
Move on. Knock him in.
So John Cook will move to the next hole with Jeff Sluman. Janzen. Woo! He almost did it too.
Well, speed, obviously the important thing on this chip shot. It's a downhill chip. They have to just trickle the ball over that ridge in the center of the green. You can see it there. Pretty much the same shot Billy Andrade had a moment ago after his tee shot.
And he puts it in the hole. Boy, the second time is easy, isn't it?
It sure is. So John Cook and Billy Andrade both chip in here.
Greg Stadler.
Stay there.
And he almost does it too.
Smile now. It's exciting.
Why don't you join us in a couple of chip-offs and see how your nerves are going to hang out.
I'm trying
5 in a row.
I'm trying not to join. This whole
So John Daly now, after the closest tee shot, really almost facing elimination unless he hits a real good chip. It's going to come up a little short. Pretty tough to tell at this point who's closer, he or Craig Stadler. Now Chip Beck. Very strong part of Chip Beck's game.
My goodness, he almost sold it too. That's a pretty good exhibition of chipping there for most all of them. Well, we're going to have to measure, I think, Mark.
I think it's you.
Yeah, they look pretty close. John Daly taking a couple of large steps there.
Hold up. Get on the edge of the cup. Okay, go ahead.
All right, Daly's ball now measured at 5 feet 10.5 inches.
Okay.
He's going to be close. Now they'll measure Stadler. 5 feet 8 inches. So the longest hitter is eliminated by 2.5 inches. And with Daly gone, we are down to 6 players. We'll be back in just a moment.
Needs to just get it down in 2 shots for $100,000.
Well, he almost did it in 1 less. So how quickly it ends as Chip Beck defeats John Cook on this final hole to win the Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship.
And it's no surprise, Chip Beck with a great short game. And I'd like to thank Mike DeLong, the director of golf here at Coeur d'Alene. It's been a great week.
All right, let's get down to Ed Sneed.
Thank you, Jack. John, this is a good event, different format. It's the first time you've played. What do you think about the format today?
We had great fun. You know, it's something different. It's 9 one-hole tournaments instead of 1 72-hole tournament, and I think that, you know, the more diversity we have out here, the better it is, not only for us but for the people that come out and watch. I think they like to see things a little bit different.
Well, you've had a great year, and even though you didn't win, you had a great tournament here. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ed. Now let's go to Mark Rolfing, who is with the winner, Chip Beck.
All right, Chip Beck, you are the champion. There was lots of great golf played out there today. You survived a number of shootouts. That was really the key today, survival for you.
Absolutely a great golf course for a shootout because of all the chipping, and I think there were so many opportunities for birdies, and it was a lot of fun. I think I was lucky to survive it, though, definitely.
You mentioned to me earlier you were happy to be in a number of chip-offs. Why is that?
Well, it actually hones your skills for later on down. If you can get through them, it really helps you. Had a few bunker shots that helped me early in the match, and had a few good chips early in the match, and it really helps. I think I probably chipped off half the holes at least, so I was lucky.
All right, there's a gentleman on your right over here, Mr. Dan Tully. He's the president, chief executive officer of Merrill Lynch. I know he's got something for you. Dan?
Can you just wait 1 second, Chip?
Absolutely.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dwayne Hagedorn and the wonderful folks here at Coeur d'Alene for a spectacular event. When I think of the ultimate compliment I could ever give to anyone or any particular resort, I think that would be, we are very bullish on Coeur d'Alene. And now, Chip, on behalf of Cadillac, what I'd like to do is present to you the keys to a brand new 1993 ALENE.
Thank you very much. That's really nice Cadillac, isn't it?
Yeah.
My dad loves Cadillacs.
And now we would like to present to you a Merrill Lynch cash management account check in the amount of $100,000. You've been a great champion, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Congratulations, Chip.
Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
If you need any help to invest it, I'm here.
I was hoping you'd have some good tips. But in all sincerity, thank you, Merrill Lynch, for the opportunity. For me, it was really wonderful. In Coeur d'Alene, I don't think I've seen a better golf course. It's a good family golf course, as I've said, and it's a lot of fun to play. I think it's the women can play it well, the children can play it well, and it's good for us, too, because of the contouring of the greens. So it's a great test of golf, and you know, I'm hoping to get on the water skis later. So we got to speed this up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 1992 Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship. For Ed Sneed and Mark Rolfing, this is Jack Whitaker saying so long from the incomparable Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. The executive producer of the 1992 Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship is Steve Reid. Today's golf was produced by Jim Walton. Directed by John Del Vecchio. Associate Director, Tony Ruvalo. Production Managers, Ron Zemmel and Russell Friedman. The 1992 Merrill Lynch Shootout Championship was produced for PGA Tour Productions by Reid Incorporated.